President Trump, we love you. We will support you all the way to the end. Thank you for everything you've been doing.
We have a message for you, President Trump, from all the way down from the RGB 956. Latinos for Trump here representing. We've been with you since 2016. Co-founded Latinos for Trump. We pray for you, and it's time to what? Finish the wall! 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 Finish the wall!
Welcome back to another episode of Fuck Around and Find Out. I'm talking about the Latinos. Actually, they are the group of people who have learned lesson this season, because I understand that mostly side by side they've been with black people, and they've tried talking to them, telling them a couple of things, and like black people told you, like, you know, we know these people more than you do. You might be thinking that you want to look like them. You might be thinking that you are alike, but you're not, because after just the election, and there are a couple of videos of Latinos trying to tell Mr. Donald Trump that, you know, we are with you, we have voted for you, and you are the one that we think will lead us the right way. But it was a slap on the face when now the US government is trying to set a place where deportation process will happen. And I guess this is not a good message to Latinos, especially those who voted for Trump. Yeah, you know, it's a slap on the face, because that's the highest form of betrayal. But now, I want us to watch this video because we are gonna be learning a lot from it. And it is not just laughing to Latinos. This is just a message to every group of people that have ever been told something, and they think that it is a lie until it happens to them. Classical examples, those are Hispanic people, Hispanic Americans who are in the United States. I know maybe some friends of you will tell you that, you know, the economic situation will change and everything if you vote for Trump. But think of it long term. One of the main goals is deportation of Latinos, especially those who involve in drug trafficking, you know, smuggling of guns and illegal equipments in the country. And I think majority, if not majority, but most of people who are getting in the United States illegally are going to go back home. Now, this is the report that is happening. I want us to watch this video, and if you're watching this video for the first time, I'll most definitely ask you to subscribe to the channel, join our membership, really get what we can offer you. If you wish to buy me a coffee, you know, my Cash App account is on my bio. Go check it out and, you know, see if you could buy me a coffee about it. Now, let's dive right into the video. I'll be back and I'll be sharing my 2 cents in regards to what's happening. Let's dive right into it.
Is offering the incoming Trump administration even more land to help erect facilities to carry out mass deportations. 1 week after announcing the state was providing 1,400 acres of land on a ranch in Starr County on the U.S. southern border, Texas Land Commissioner Don Buckingham announced Tuesday the state is expanding its efforts. Buckingham said land near El Paso is also available to the Trump administration. The Jocelyn Initiative will allow the Texas General Land Office to locate all land under its jurisdiction that the federal government can use for the deportation operations of violent criminal illegal immigrants. The initiative is named after Jocelyn Nungary, a 12-year-old Houston girl who was allegedly sexually assaulted and killed by 2 undocumented immigrants from Venezuela.
When I hear the stories of Jocelyn, when I meet Alexis, who is such a strong mom, being a mom myself, I do not want a single mother to have to endure a similar situation, nor do I want to lose any more of our sons and daughters. And so we're just looking to partner with the Trump administration any way that is helpful to them to be sure that these violent criminals that are hurting our sons and daughters are off our soil.
President-elect Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, confirmed on Fox News the incoming administration will use the land offered by Texas to build detention facilities and conduct mass deportations. Homan says his first priority is deporting violent criminal migrants. He accompanied Texas Governor Greg Abbott on a visit to the Rio Grande Valley on Tuesday.
I voted for Trump. As you can see, I'm a small business owner. To me, I believe he did really well with our economy during COVID with what he was stuck with. You got to follow your heart, and I think that's what us Latinos did. He deserved a second chance, and we gave it to him. And I don't think it was just the Latinos. I think the African Americans too. We need to work with DACA. They're here. All the migrants, illegals, they're here. Stop threatening them. We're going to deport you.
I voted for her because the rhetoric, floating garbage, the rapists, the illegal immigrants. My parents are immigrants. I'm first generation Mexican. I would really want for the immigration system to be fixed. That is what touches my heart. Because I come from immigrants. This is the land of the immigrants. We built this country, man.
60% of Latinos voted for Trump. 60, con el plátano en la cara, con el nopal en la frente. At this point, disrespectfully, we deserve every single thing that's coming to us. Every single thing, because there is just no way. 60? Mano.
All Hispanics, Latinos, and Mexicans that voted for Donald J. Trump, this message is for you. I am so proud and honored that we made our voices heard. That no matter how many insults the Democratic Party threw at us, or how many Hollywood stars they threw at us, or how many fake promises they threw at us, the Hispanic, Latinos, and Mexicans voted for life, defending the unborn, voted for Christian principles. We never denied God like Judas. We stood by him. We voted with a Christian conscience and said yes to life, yes to Christian principles, yes to children of God and their innocence. And blessed are the peacemakers, that we voted for peace and not war. So from now on, we will live with that God saw our vote. God bless the United States of America and everyone that voted for Trump.
60% of Latinos voted for Trump in this election. And to think that my vote was going towards protecting my people. The fact that I was absolutely horrified at the thought of Trump becoming president because of the effects that it will have on our people. I voted for those Latinos that don't have a voice in this country. For the Latinos that are the backbone of this country and don't receive shit. I voted for the Latinos that have been nothing but good people in this country, paying taxes and have no criminal records. Only to find out that it's our own people turning against us. I am truly disgusted.
Because I've been thinking a lot about this, and I know it's going to be controversial, but I'm actually rooting for Latinas and Latinos who voted for Trump. I really am. I really hope that they get everything that they voted for, and I hope that they never forget who they voted for. So when they're waving goodbye to their undocumented partner because they got deported back, I want them to remember who they voted for. When their abuelita needs life-saving care, but there is no Medicaid because it's been slashed to the bone, I want them to remember who they voted for. When they watch their nieces and nephews struggle because birthright citizenship is gone and all of a sudden their family isn't welcome, I want them to remember who they voted for. When they have a child with special needs but there's no funding, no resources, no Department of Education, I want them to remember who they voted for. When all of a sudden their family's neighborhood is targeted with more policing instead of community support, I want them to remember who they voted for. When there's no money for your family but a whole bunch for billionaires, I want them to remember who they voted for. When environmental protections vanish and the air is so disgustingly polluted that their kids develop asthma or something similar, I want them to remember who they voted for. When discrimination increases and they are harassed incessantly because they will never be white, I want them to remember who they voted for. Call me petty, but sometimes getting exactly what you voted for is the only way to understand it.
Say it, if you're a fellow Latino or especially a Puerto Rican who's voting for Trump, I think you're a complete sellout. You're not only selling out our country, but you're selling out our people, our community, our Latinas. And let me tell you why specifically I'm pointing out Puerto Ricans. As a fellow Boricua, let's forget a moment that Mark Anthony just recently talked about when he was our president, visited Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria, threw paper towels and denied us billions of dollars in relief while many of us died, calling our land disgusting. What I'm referring to us, Puerto Ricans specifically, we have something unique that many other Latinos don't in this country. We get to stand in our own privilege of being U.S. citizens, where we never have to worry about being deported. But many of us who grew up in Latino communities, who came here to fight to be here, who have children here, because in our community, everybody's a tia and tío and cousin. If Trump becomes president and you're gonna know somebody, a neighbor, who's gonna have their kids separated from their mothers and their fathers, that's important too. We always forget about the dads. And if you don't know anybody directly, trust me, there are people in healthcare, construction, agriculture, so many farmers, so many Latinos come here and they do the job that many people would never do for the price that they get. Here in New York City, in our restaurants, so many of them are our chefs, our sous chefs, our servers, our bartenders, our barbacks, but they do it because they work hard and they see the value. It feels like they're literally the backbone of our economy right now. Those voting for a man who don't care about this struggle is a betrayal to all these people working in our country. Supporting Trump is turning a blind eye to all the damage he has caused our people. When he's talking about mass deportation, he's not talking about Canadians, he's not talking about Europeans. It's all Latinos because they're all murderers, criminals, and rapists. You're one of those few Latinos that made it into some serious money, so you want a tax break, or you're just a Latino that's misinformed. Whichever it is, you voting for him, you're a sellout. And if you're not gonna do it for yourself, do it for the children and do it for our Latinas, our mothers, the women. Don't get me started on the reproductive rights.
I am genuinely curious if you identify as a Latino and you voted for Trump. Can you tell me what was the specific factor in that decision? And curious to know if you are first gen. And I don't want this to turn into a heated debate discussion in the comments. I'm from California and I do live in my California bubble where everyone predominantly votes Democrat. And I'm just curious, like I want to understand, like I want to know, especially because this is my community and I want to understand.
Hey, welcome back. You just seen a couple of people talking in regards to what stands out to be what will be happening in a few weeks time to Latinos, right? So I think it's right that most of us get to learn these lessons in the best way possible. And Black people are not surprised that this is happening to Latinos, because especially I've heard, and this video is not to bash out Latinos or something, but based on historic relationships between Blacks and Hispanics, Hispanic people majorly always want to relate with their counterparts, I mean white people, and as we said, no matter what you do to them, you will never be a white person. You might look like them, like, you know, phenotypically, but you're not like them, right? And the only people who have always tried to stand by your side is Black people. And then they just asked you for one last time, do not fuck this up. But that's the same thing that you did. But now it's a slap on your face, because the person that you voted for have just decided to betray you. And it's getting on your senses now that you really fucked up. And now you're finding out that this is happening. Again, I'll say it again. I'm not trying to bash Latinos, but this is a hard learned lesson. When something happens, these are people who are talking from experience and they have seen this happen to them. You can't trust these people. Right now, people are in panic because of the economic situation which is yet to happen in the United States, right? The same person that promised people a good economy is the same person. Like right now, everyone is in panic. People are trying to save up. People are not going to celebrate their Thanksgiving, their Christmas holiday, because they don't know what will be happening in January or the beginning of the next year after the inauguration. So I had up people's opinion in regards to this, and you know, as usually do, people's opinions really matter. And I want to share with you a couple of opinions that people said for this. Somebody said they voted for their own deportation. That's insane. It's true, because you might have been a person who voted for policies like good economic situation, but right now, are you saying the United States economic situation getting well? I don't think so, because that's what majority of people voted for, but it doesn't looks like that, like at the moment. Or maybe we could say that let's be patient, let's give him time, let's let him get into the seat so that we can know if there will be, you know, positive changes in regards to what's happening. Because all I'm saying right now, it's everyone is panicking, and everyone who is panicking includes even those people who voted MAGA. They voted MAGA, but right now everyone is panicking economically. If you ask a person, they'll say that they voted for economic changes. right? Which is okay, it's valid, because some people, they need money to do all the activities. But again, is it really turning out to be what you really voted for? Leave alone even the Hispanics who now voted for their own deportation, just like the brother right now is saying, right? Somebody's saying that, I love it, congratulations Latinos, you've got what you wanted and voted for. I think that's direct. I have nothing to explain about that. I'm trying to look a comment that really, makes sense. So this is a message from an Hispanic person. As a Dominican Latino, it pisses me off when I see these backstabbers. It's disgusting. Shows how the animals show more loyalty to their kind than humans. This is why animals are more to me human than actual human beings. This is just a person who is also expressing how they feel betrayed by their own people. Yeah, I understand that people have different, reasons as to why, for who they voted for. And right now, people are waking up to the reality, like what's really happening right now. Somebody say that, I hope you get everything you voted for, MAGA. Somebody is also saying, a guy murdered my entire family, but I take comfort from the fact that at least he was a US citizen. That's really sad. That's really sad to say. Somebody saying that, I think African Americans too. No, sir. Don't throw us into that. No way. Did 94% black women and 80% of black women voted against him? Leave us alone out of that, please. Somebody's saying that, I'll be the first to laugh if they finish the wall and dump those Latinos for Trump on the other side of it. Don all does not like them. I don't know if this is true, but what I heard Mr. Donald Trump say is that any illegal immigrant who will be found, they should start packing and leave the United States. Somebody saying that, I never thought leopards would eat my face. Sobs. Everyone who voted for the leopards eating people's face. Party. Somebody's also saying that, quit asking why and cover your own butts. Why they betrayed their own kind is of no importance. Just see that they are sacrificed first. They are acting as an example. And I think when I started talking about this, I always tell you that black people have always experienced this firsthand. And so when they tell you that don't trust these people, that's what they mean. I hope this video serves you right wherever you are watching us from. This is a presenter, Jintok Stories, and let me see you in my next video. Until then, peace, love, and harmony. Salut.